My name is Joe McKay. I was born and raised in Staten Island, and I'm a retired New York City firefighter. I was assigned to Engine Company 201 in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. We lost 4 guys in the company that day. There were 26 others, that I was on a first-name basis with. That was rough. No one really opened up. You gotta be the fireman, you gotta be tough. I didn't seek out help because I didn't think I needed it. I just thought that this was the new normal, having this dark cloud following me around all the time. So there I was, 6 months out after 9/11. I had worked the day before at the Trade Center digging. I volunteered. The next night, I felt like all of a sudden someone had stabbed me in the eye with an ice pick. And it kept happening over and over again. I got diagnosed about 6 weeks later with something called trigeminal autonomic cephalalgia, otherwise known as cluster or suicide headache. People like me that have this condition are 20 times higher than the general public when it comes to suicide. Like my worst day was 8 attacks. And the attacks would last anywhere from 30, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I had some pretty rough stretches where I couldn't sleep more than an hour without getting an attack. It got so bad that I thought about taking my life. More than one occasion. I was losing my career and my identity. So I had retired. Unfortunately, the attacks were still coming. I went back to the internet. I found this group, Cluster Busters, they called. They were the only group out there really helping people with cluster headache. On Cluster Busters' website, they had stated that they had a study done with psychedelics. And the study was done by Harvard, and the success rate for stopping cluster headaches with psychedelics was off the charts. I'm desperate. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. What the hell? I called a friend of a friend who knew a guy that used to go to Grateful Dead concerts, and I was able to get a small dose of psilocybin mushrooms. Got the nerve up, took them. The next day, I had no attack. Nothing came the next day. And the day after, no attack. It stopped. Never in a million years would I have imagined that a psychedelic mushroom was going to be the difference for me in my journey. I found something that worked. The experience was obviously not like anything I've ever experienced before. It's like you having a meeting with yourself. I had this 10,000-foot view of my life. I felt lighter. I guess in a way like my sentence was over. And it took this psychedelic experience for me to realize it. The Joe McKay, the happy-go-lucky guy, was awake again. And another side effect, I had been given opiates. I got hooked on tramadol and then Oxycontin. After that experience, I never wanted to look at another one again, and I haven't touched one since. Those are 3 things that I could say that psychedelics helped me with. They stopped the most painful condition known to mankind, cluster suicide headache. Woke me up to the fact that I had post-traumatic stress, and they helped me get to where I am today. And then helped me get off the opiates. That's a hat trick if you're a hockey person, right, like me. It gave me my life back. It's not easy for me to sit here as a grown man and relive all of this, but it's part of my therapy. It's part of my giving back. More first responders die of suicide in this country than in the line of duty. We have this tremendous tool in psychedelics right now where we could really, really make a tremendous difference in people's lives. I'm using my story to help. We're gonna put some good back in the world, We're gonna pay it forward. That's beautiful. It really is.